So at this car boot, I was definitely in pole position. Look at these vintage caps I picked up. Watch the video and we'll find out a bit more about them. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You joined me on the way to a car boot. So, it is Saturday, the weather's looking good. I was going to go to one on the Sunday, but it looks like it's raining, so I'll go to the one today. Just going to get some cash out and grab a drink on the way. And yeah, I've got a good feeling. I've got a good feeling that we're going to find some decent items. I'm going to have about £100 to spend. Obviously, you don't have to spend it all, but give myself a bit of a limit. My store recently has been doing really well. Been having over £100 days consistently, which is great. So yeah, I need to keep this good stock stocked up in my shop. So I'm going to take you with me. We'll get there, we'll get out in the field and see what bargains we can find.
Dacă tu mă auzi, vezi că ies afară, eu... M-ai auzit? Well, I think Becky said you could have been what?
That's okay, I'm waiting for that one when it's done.
Oh, man, look! That'd be good for Charlie.
Yeah, because I hadn't a clue what it was. All I know is that
Honestly, you're not lying. Yes, she is.
No, Grandad's just trying to knock me out.
Maybe on the way out.
If I buy another mirror, I can be out. Do you know where I was going to take it?
Right, we are done. That was a bit of an interesting car boot. It was big. There was a lot of people there, but I just didn't seem to be picking up stuff. Whether I wasn't in the mood or what. That jigsaws isn't what I got today. That's a bag of jigsaws that I need to check all the pieces. I usually give them to my mum. But we've got some interesting bits. We've got some Oriental Japanese pottery, Ted Baker shoes, David Williams books, Panasonic camcorder, some other bits, women's Ted Baker, Polaroid, Disney, Mike Wazowski, Lego, and some interesting caps. They're probably my most favourite items of today. So yeah, we'll get it all home. You know what we do, lay it all out, go through everything, tell you what I paid and what I expect to make. It's been a bit cloudy. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts and I have been cold, so yeah, I'm gonna get home and we'll see what we got. Oh, is that nice, Finley? Yummy. Right, good morning people. It is Sunday, so it's the next day. Alexa, off. We don't want that, we'll have copyright issues. Pulled out all my stock here. Just made some sausage and bacon wraps, so I'll have them in a minute. But yeah, pulled out all the stock in the kitchen. I hope the lighting is okay, but just so I can get things cleaned up and sorted. So I'll do this video and then I'll get it all in the garage and start getting some of it listed. So, done what I usually do, wrote down what I spent on everything, what I aim to get, and then obviously at the end I take off a bit for fees and things like that, and we'll see how much profit we're down to make. So, I haven't got my chest mount, so I'll try and show you the things the best I can. I'll put my notes down here. So, there's sort of one pickup, shall I say, here that stands out, and that's these vintage Formula 1 caps. We're going to have a look at these at the end, but these could potentially do quite well. So we're going to go in the order of my list. We're going to skip them out. So we'll go at the back here. We've got a bundle of David Williams books. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hardbacks and 5 paperbacks, so 14 in total. He was asking £1 each, and it was getting to the point where people were packing up. So I asked if he would do £10 on the lot, and he says yes. So I know bundles of these books can do well. Not something I've done before, so I'm trying to branch out and learn a bit more. So they cost £10, and looking at other listings and sold listings, I should be able to get about 30 for them, so that was worth grabbing. Next up, we've got a bit of a bundle that I did with a woman who had things that was fairly cheap. So there's this brand new and sealed limited edition Classic Cars DVD box set. I think she was asking £2.50 on that, so I picked that up. And then she had this clock, which she said was 50p. So yeah, I was grabbing that. And then she also had this Dunlop men's watch, which was in a 20p box. Just needs a new battery, I think, with its box. And she said, oh, I'm not bothered about that, because I was buying other bits and it was in the 20p bit. Thinking about it, these shoes were from her as well. Ted Baker women's shoes. She was asking £3 on these. Size 37, whatever that works out to. But yeah, good nick. Should be a good seller. So let me just have a look at my notes, because I didn't include them. So £3 on the shoes. Should be able to get about 25 for them. If I see any solds, I'll pop them up on the screen. And the DVDs, the clock and the watch was £3 for everything. And for that bundle, I'm looking at getting 10 for the DVDs, 15 for the clock and 10 for the watch, making that bundle £3 into £35. So that's definitely worth grabbing. We have got another little deal, which was for this Lego storage carry case. This might be something we keep, I'm not too sure. My wife does like a bit of Lego, so he wanted £2 on that one. And then he also had this porcelain plate, Kenley's, made in Japan, Disney Christmas. Not sure on the value. Sometimes these things can do well, sometimes they're mass produced. But he wanted a £5 for that, or make me an offer. So I made him an offer of £5 for the two, and he was happy with that. Should be looking at getting £10 each on them. So £5 into 20. Next up, we have another bit of a bundle. It was all about bundling and bartering at this car boot. But I was looking at this Panasonic camera. To be honest, I've not really looked at it in much detail. I literally opened it and looked at it like that. And he shouted across saying it was £2. So I didn't really need to look any further, whether it's working or not, incomplete or not. £2, my money's safe. And he said, yeah, everything's cheap. So I thought, right, I'll start putting a bit of a pile together. I was putting a pile together and someone started looking through it, and I was like, oh, that's my stuff. But so the camera, he had like some cool electronic bits. Picked up this Packard Bell data bank. I think it needs some batteries, but it just takes like the car key batteries, CR2032. So I've got some of them, so we can get that tested. So I picked up the camera. This thing, if you know anything about this, let me know. I've tried looking it up on eBay, can't see anything. B-up fuel cartridge, it's like magnetic, and you charge it up there like a power bank kind of thing. Because things were cheap, I was picking it up. I also picked up from him this Polaroid. I'm not sure if it's old or whether it's a newer copy, but it looked kind of cool. Polaroid Spirit land camera, so I need to get that tested. And then also, as well as electronics, he had this. I've done a bit of research on this to find out the price, but it's a Chinese tea set. Looked kind of cool with its original like shopping bag, so yeah. I got all that pile together and I was like, look, how much on this pile? And he said £10. So that was a bargain. We'll be looking at getting 15 for the camera, worst case if it's not working. £10 on the data bank. I've put £10 down on this thing. £20 on that set. And 15 on the Polaroid. So that's kind of like worst case. The £10 investment on that job lot should be looking at returning £70. So that's good. Ted Baker shoes were done. The other Ted Baker shoes I picked up were these men's ones, which are very nice, like brogue style. Ted Baker, they are my size as well, size 11. Good nick. I think he was asking like £8 or £9 on them, because they are nice, and that's a good price, but I ended up paying £6. It was near the end of the day. He said he had loads more as well, but they were the last pair. Should be looking at getting about 30 on them, so I didn't mind picking them up. The last item before we talk about the caps is the Disney Mike Wazowski plush, obviously from Monsters Inc. He was my first pickup and he was £2, and should be looking at getting about 15 for him. But my wife has got quite an extensive Mike Wazowski collection, shall we say. She's got a bit of a thing for him, so yeah, I picked that up for him. She's laughing in the background. But for the sake of the video, I'm including him in the value if I do sell him, if that makes sense. So that's everything bar these caps. So I'm going to put all this in the bag. I'm going to eat my breakfast and then we'll come back and we'll look at some of these caps in more detail. Okay, so I've pulled out all the caps here. The guy had quite a bit of Formula 1 sort of memorabilia, but it was these caps that sort of drew my attention. He had some prints and things. I ended up buying 9 in total. I think he had about 11 or 12, but I tried to take the more interesting ones. I walked past, asked him how much, kind of expecting a bit of a higher price. He said £3 each. So I carried on, did a little bit of research and decided to go back and pick some out. So I ended up getting 9 for £25, which I'm more than happy with. So let's go through them, because I think I've seen this one sell for about 30, 35. Damon Hill World Championship. Again, I'll put a screenshot up. So I'm not sure what sort of era they're from. If you do know, let me know. Damon Hill teamwear on the tag. So that's a cool one. So my money back's on that one straight away. We've got a bit of a softer one. IndyCar. The AP shop. IndyCar little logo on the side there. Is that Indianapolis? Indianapolis Speedway, I think. Yeah, nice one. Sorry, I'm sniffing. Benson and Hedges Team Jordan. Nice little logo on the side there. Nice tag. We'll come back to this one. 2 more Benson and Hedges Jordan caps there. Just plain yellow, nothing else on them. They need a bit of a sort. I'm not sure whether to machine wash them, hand wash them, just to get their shape back a bit. We've got 2 more the same. Damon Hill, because they're covered in like hair and stuff. Got a logo on the side there. Formula 1 World Championship 1996. Well, that kind of answers my question from earlier. They're nice. 2 of them. And then we've got this one, another Damon Hill 1996 World Championship. So yeah, they're interesting. I've done some research. I've been conservative on my prices. I haven't talked about this one yet. Rothmans Williams, you'll see it's got a signature. Now I did some investigation work and I'll put up next to it who I think it is. I believe it's David Coulthard's autograph. So yeah, and I've done some research on signed stuff by him. So I've come to the conclusion that to be fair, I've said £15 on them 8 each. This one I know is going for about 30, but average it out. Some will be more, some will be less. And I've put £50 on this one, but I might be surprised again, it might go for more. So my initial £25 investment on these caps, I should be looking at getting 170 back. So that's £15 for the 8 and £50 for this one, but I'm kind of expecting to maybe push it and get a bit more. These ones I might be able to put in the wash machine, or I might just soak them and wash them by hand. This one, obviously I don't want to wash the autograph and get rid of that. So yeah, but these are some nice items. Excited to get these sorted and get them listed. So there we go guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I picked up. Let's run through some figures. So in total we spent £65 at the car boot yesterday, and all the sold values, which I've just been through with you, we should be looking at getting £395 return. And I try and be fair, I try and be sort of conservative. Sometimes it'll be a bit less, sometimes it'll be a bit more, but it gives you the rough idea. So taking off that, the initial £65 investment, and then a further 25% off that total for my eBay fees, promoted listings, things like that if I take any offers. And we're looking at getting a profit of £247.50. So that's really good, I'm really happy with that. What started out being sort of a slow car boot, not me thinking I'm going to pick much up. Finley's having a bit of a mad moment. I walked about 3/4 of the way around it and I didn't really pick anything up, and I thought this isn't going to be a good one. But then I got going and it was alright. So yeah, great achievement there. Very happy with the results. I hope you've liked this car boot video. I'm going to keep them coming, so drop it a like. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. We will see you in the next video. Take care everyone.